The xenopsychologist's hands trembled as she reviewed the data again. Dr. Soren, a Veltran scholar with decades of experience studying alien species, had made a discovery that fundamentally altered everything the galactic community believed about humanity. They weren't accidents. The provocations, the boundary pushing, the constant risk-taking, none of it was accidental. Humans did it intentionally. Run the analysis again, she commanded her assistant. Cross-reference every human diplomatic incident with their internal communications. The pattern emerged with horrifying clarity. Every time humans appeared to stumble into conflict, their internal records showed deliberate calculation. Every time they seemed to overreach militarily, classified documents revealed meticulous planning. Every time they pushed an alien power to the brink of retaliation, human strategists had already analyzed 17 possible responses and prepared contingencies for each one. Humans weren't reckless. They were strategic in ways that transcended conventional warfare. They created situations designed to extract maximum information about their opponents while revealing minimal information about themselves. They provoked reactions to test limits, to gather intelligence, to establish psychological dominance. And they did it on purpose. General Marcus Chen sat in the Pentagon's war room, reviewing the latest phase of their strategic expansion. Across the holographic display, star systems lit up in sequence, each one representing a calculated move in humanity's long game. The other galactic powers thought of humans as chaotic, reactive, unpredictable. That misconception was humanity's greatest weapon. Status report, Chen commanded. The Kepler Dominion has increased military presence near Sector 7, his tactical officer reported. Exactly as predicted. Good. Let them commit more resources there. We want them focused on Sector 7 while we consolidate control in Sectors 3 and 5. This was humanity's genius, the ability to think in nested layers of deception. While alien militaries reacted to human provocations, human strategists were already 3 moves ahead, orchestrating the next phase of expansion. The aliens operated with single-layered thinking, action and reaction. Humans operated with multidimensional strategies spanning decades. Dr. Soren presented her findings to the Galactic Council, and for the first time, the assembled alien leaders truly understood the threat they faced. It wasn't humanity's military power. It wasn't their technology. It was their willingness to manipulate, deceive, and sacrifice for long-term gain. They've been testing us, explained Soren, her voice steady but grim. Every aggressive action, every boundary violation, every military exercise, it was designed to teach them something about our responses. They're mapping our psychology, our decision-making processes, our breaking points. What do they want? Demanded Chancellor Vex. Everything, Soren replied. But more importantly, they want us to give it to them willingly. A Zorthan commander stood abruptly. We should attack immediately. Strike before they. Before they what? Interrupted Ambassador Yuki Nakamura, humanity's diplomatic representative. She stood with serene confidence, having anticipated this exact moment. Before we attack? But that's exactly what you've been considering for the past 6 months. And in those 6 months, how many of your strategic vulnerabilities have our probes identified? How many of your defense systems have we successfully mapped? How many of your decision-making protocols have we observed? The Council realized with horrifying clarity that every hostile act they had considered, every military mobilization they had attempted, every strategic decision they had debated, humans had been watching, learning, categorizing. You've been hurting us, Morith of the Zorthan Empire whispered. Not hurting, Nakamura corrected politely. Teaching. Humans have a saying, if you know your enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. We know ourselves very well. And thanks to your cooperation, we now know you quite well too. The terrible realization settled over the Council like a funeral shroud. Humanity hadn't infiltrated galactic society by accident. They hadn't advanced technologically through luck. They hadn't established trade routes and military alliances through naivete. Every single thing humanity had done was calculated to serve a larger purpose. Every conflict had been designed. Every alliance had been weaponized. Every apparent mistake had been a carefully orchestrated lesson in human superiority. Humans weren't conquering the galaxy through force. They were conquering it by making every other species complicit in their own subjugation. And the worst part was that the alien powers had been so focused on individual incidents that they had missed the larger design. By the time the galactic community understood what was happening, humanity had already won. Not through invasion or ultimatum, but through something far more effective, the complete and utter manipulation of alien psychology. Humans had learned long ago that the most effective conquest wasn't military. It was psychological. And they had perfected it into an art form.